I don't care. The
I know-
CPS doesn't run me.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I think on this case, Judge, there's a companion CPS case that's going on. So with who's coaching on the CPS?
So we might.
I think you got a CPS case going on too.
This got closed, so.
Oh, okay, so it's closed. If you look at the charge, she had a CPS case that was companion to this, but I think
You're charged in these two cases, 24 CR 2367 and 2368, with similar state jail felonies, abandoning or endangering children younger than 15 years of age. It looks like two different children of yours. Are you still at 4540 Hartel?
Yes, sir.
Where are the children?
They're in daycare and school.
No. Where do they sleep at night?
Oh, where they sleep at night?
Yeah.
In their beds.
Where's that? What's their address?
4540 Hotel.
Oh, where you live? I don't think so.
That's why I was bringing it up. I think what happened, Judge, is that's why I was bringing up the CPS, and she said, remember she just said that the CPS case was closed.
I don't care.
I believe
I really don't care about the CPS. I'm worried about these indictments that the grand jury handed up. You're not supposed to have contact with the victims.
I think
That's your children. You got to figure it out.
Well, I think just I'm just trying to help her. To my understanding, CPS returned her kids back.
I don't care what they did. When she's indicted, I have rules that are standard conditions of bond, standard conditions of all cases pending. You shall have no contact with victims. If your children happen to be the victim, you can't have contact. We've got to work that out. Everybody knows that. I don't care what CPS does. Yeah, I care. I hope they do the right thing is what I care about. But their investigation is different from the grand jury. And the grand jury says, you committed crimes. You can cry all you day, all want, but you're going to follow the rules or else you will go to jail and stay in jail until we can dispose of this case. Now, there's a good reason why this happens, even with children. Because when you don't have this rule, all of a sudden the victims change their stories because they get prodded, they get coerced, they start being felt like they're the guilty ones because they were victimized. And it's not fair to victims, especially when they're children. And don't interrupt while I speak. You'll have a chance to speak. The rules are clear. He knows it. The DA's office knows it. We all know what the rules are. You can't have contact with the victims. And if they're your children, the grand jury shouldn't have had information that they deemed was appropriate that caused them to bring an indictment against you for harming two children, even if they're yours. You don't get to harm your children. And then we're going to sashay down the road and play like it didn't happen. We're going to deal with it. And but everybody separates, because the worst thing that can happen if something bad happens, kids all of a sudden change their story for no particular reason. Well, we all know influencing is going on, but strangers have come into your life because of this. And the law says this is what must happen until we can dispose of the case so that there's not further problems. Do you understand? You may not like it, but that's the way the law is. And too many people come up here as though the law doesn't matter. It's what we want. No, we have to all follow the rules because they were built for all of us, whether we like it or not. You don't follow the rules, here you are. You're charged. You're looking at up to 2 years in the state jail on each case, 4 years confinement. See, the law says this is serious.
I say something, sir.
Go ahead.
I didn't hit my kids. I didn't do nothing.
I'm sorry. This isn't a debate.
Okay.
The grand jury indicted you for certain things, but that's not the time to debate. Do you think I'm going to listen to you and go, okay, I'm going to tear up these indictments now that I've heard your side of the story? No, they had a side that they've heard, that they felt compelled to bring two indictments, ma'am. And this needs to get followed legally. He's a good lawyer. I'd follow his advice. But here's the deal. I don't want contact with them until I'm resolved with this. But what happens, we all know what happens. All of a sudden, these stories change because they've been influenced. That happens every time it's allowed. That's why we don't allow this. People are more worried about getting themselves out of trouble, and they don't care what manipulation occurs. And it's not going to be on my watch. I find out about it. I find out you have any contact with the children, you're going to sit in jail until we get this resolved. And some cases are taking years. So what are you going to do about it?
I'm feeling to their parents. I was like, I
Ma'am?
have no other choice.
No, ma'am, you don't, but you need to do that immediately.
Okay.
So where are they going to be? So the state's attorneys know, because they have a vested interest.
I have to send my daughter to her daddy, and I see if my granny can get my son. Well, I know my granny can get my son.
Okay, that has to get done immediately, okay?
All right.
And I need something from your attorney that assures me that's been done,
Okay.
so that his license is on the line and your freedom is on the line.
All right.
We gotta fix this mess. And most of these messes are fixable, but it has to be done in the right way. Do you understand? You didn't tell her about this, Langston, that she couldn't have contact with? Nobody told you?
I don't get in trouble. I ain't never got in trouble.
No, but somebody should have told you.
I bonded out.
that You're not supposed, yeah, the bond condition says don't have any contact with
The
victims.
CPS case. The CPS.
I don't care. The CPS doesn't run me.
I didn't say that, sir.
No, but the CPS has theirs. We have this. The indictments speak right now, and the law follows the indictments. All right. Anything else? Get a resetting.
Come up, Mr. Lestrap.
So Judge, there was misunderstanding on this case. So on his older cases, his appearance was waived. He wasn't required to come to court. It's when they did the new 2B on the new case, which I believe is beer and a bag of candy. And so that's when I tried to contact him to get him to come in. Couldn't get in contact with him. Then he had to schedule a court date for the old cases, and that's when the court revoked his bond based on those old cases. He said he received a letter, so he came in today to address the letter, obviously, and that's why he's here today.
So let's do probable cause on your newest case, because I don't know anything about it. Mr. Lestrap, you've now picked up a third theft case. You're now stand charged with another Class B misdemeanor. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched to a Walgreens in Harris County, Texas, and the complainant, the manager of the Walgreens, told officers that the defendant entered the store and proceeded to take several items, including a case of beer and a large pack of candy, and walked past all points of sale without paying. The complainant told the officers that most of the employees knew the defendant by name and sight.
Where is the trespass and the theft, the prior trespass and the prior theft? Can you tell me where those are?
They are also at a Walgreens. Let me see if it's the same location. It's the same location.
I told you when you first came here not to go back to the Walgreens. Not once, but twice. What should I do now, Mr. Lestrap? What should I do? You tell me.
Judge, just for the court's knowledge, my client is homeless. He doesn't have a place to stay, no employment. Has some assistance from his mom, but obviously that's not a whole lot. That's the number.
That mom over there?
I'm not sure.
No, it's not. She at home.
Did you come with mom today?
No, sir. She at home.
I don't know what to tell you, but here in court, we have resources, right? If you want resources, we're happy to give it to you. We had a kid in here yesterday, giving him resources to get a phone and a tablet. If you want a place to stay, we can find you a place to stay. If you want something to eat, we can get you something to eat.
Yes, sir.
But how on earth can I continue to let you go when, number one, you don't come to court? Number two, you continue to go to the place we tell you not to go. Number three, you continue to pick up cases when we tell you not to over a damn case of beer and a large pack of candy. Mr. Lestrap, They know you at that Walgreens. Every single time you go back to that Walgreens, you have about every single eye in the sky looking at you every 15 ways from Sunday, watching your every move. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give another PR moment. You know, perhaps I don't know, but you're not getting it.
Can we at least address the bond though, Judge? Because I believe the bond's at.
Absolutely happy to. I agree that they're high. And what do you think?
Judge, I'd be asking for 500 on each case.
Okay, done. But the revolving door closes today.
Yes, sir.
It goes with you. I'm with you though.
Appreciate it.
We're setting the bonds all the time. I will.
Look at these two mugs standing there. They're probably thinking, thanks a lot, you wanker. Now Pee Wee Herman's in a tizzy. Welcome to my channel.